Hey, these are your notes on word problems, so put your name at the top. Word problems make everybody nervous because they're really hard to translate, but I think after we break it down a little bit today, it will make a little bit more sense, and I think you'll get very good at these. So let's start together. It says a new one-year membership at RecPlex costs $160. A registration fee of $28 is paid up front, and the rest is paid monthly. How much do new members pay each month? Okay, so what are we trying to find here? Usually it's in the last statement. How much do new members pay each month? So we're looking for a monthly fee. So the first thing I want you to always do is look for what's the variable. We're going to identify it with a let statement. We always do that. Let X equal the monthly payment. Okay, now we know that part. Now it says determine the constant. The constant would be something that's not going to change. It's not related to the monthly payment. It's like an upfront fee or a flat fee, a basic amount it's just not going to change. That's what a constant is. And in this case, if you look back at our question, there's two numbers here. $160 is the total, so that's not the constant. The registration fee is the constant because you had to put $28 down upfront, and then the rest you pay monthly. So $28 is the constant. You go ahead and write it down. And what's the rate? The rate is always accompanied by the variable. So the rate in this case, well, in other cases, it's almost always going to be like an amount of money, an amount of texts, the number of months in a year. Ooh, that sounds familiar because in this case, we're talking about a one-year membership. See, that's what it says up here, one-year membership, and we're paying something monthly. So if we're paying it monthly, we need to know how much we pay in a year. There are 12 months in a year. So that's our rate for this problem. There are 12 months in a year. After you get this down, it should start coming together. Okay, the rate is probably going to be multiplied by the variable because that's how much they pay each month. We have to add to that the registration fee that he made, and then the total is 160. So once you identify those four things with the total, it makes your writing of the equation so much easier. So let's go ahead and write it. And when we get our answer, what do we always have to make sure we do? Label. These are word problems, so they have stories with them. Okay, so I already told you how I was going to set it up. The rate goes with the variable. We add the registration fee, and it comes together at $160 total. Then we're going to subtract the $28 from each side. The reason we do that is because this is the constant. This number is a constant. Let's put the like terms together on one side, and then we'll leave the variable on the other. Go ahead and subtract going down, and I'm left with 12x equals 132. Now I still need to get x by itself, and I've already put like terms together, so the only way I can divide out a 12 is by dividing. Divide both sides by 12. This 12 divided by 12 becomes 1, and that means I have the 1x left, which is what I needed. So I have 1x left, and I know each x equals 11. In this problem, that means it's $11 per month. All right, that wasn't too bad. Let's try another one. One cell phone company charges $35 a month for phone services plus 50 cents for each text message. How many text messages does Juan send in a month if his bill was $52? So let's look down here. This is what I want you to get into the habit of doing. What's the variable? What's the rate? What's the constant? So let's start with that. The variable is almost always in this last sentence. How many text messages? How many text messages is our variable? So let T equal the number of text messages per month. The rate, well, let's ask this. If the variable is the number of text messages, don't we need to know how much each text message costs? So the rate is 50 cents because each text message is 50 cents. The constant is what you have to pay whether you text or not. Just to have the phone, Juan has to pay $35 a month. That's our constant. Juan pays $35 for his phone even if he doesn't text. There's a standard fee. We know his whole bill was $52 and that's the total. So let's set this up. We have $35, which is the fee for a month, plus 50 cents a text times the number of texts equals 52. Please pause the video. We are expecting to see this work when you show us your notes, but then I'm going to show you the answer in about 1 minute. But without the work, you won't get full credit on your notes. Okay, I hope you paused the video. Here's the answer. T equals 34 texts per month. So that means Juan must have made 34 texts in order to get his bill to $52. Let's try one more. Oh, Mateo. That sounds like a familiar name. Mateo's soccer team purchased uniforms equipment for a total of $912. I think it's supposed to say uniforms and equipment. The equipment cost $612 and the uniforms cost $25 each. How many uniforms did the school purchase? I want you to think for a second. If something says $25 each, that might be a rate. So I want you to pause the video again. Test yourself. Can you identify the variable, the rate, and the constant? Pause the video, and then I'm going to show you what I got. Okay, I hope you paused the video. This is what I have. I put U for the number of uniforms. You could have put X or any other variable. I put $612, that's the constant because the equipment isn't going to change no matter how many kids are on the team. And the rate was $25 for each uniform. So now we set this up. Pause the video and see if you can set up the equation. Okay, I hope you paused the video. The equation that you should have written was 25 times your variable plus 612 equals 912. We want to put these like terms together first. Don't forget that. All right, pause the video. Pause it. Okay, pause it. I'm going to show you the answer in a second, but make sure you show all of the work. We're going to be looking for the work when you submit these videos. At the end of this, I was able to figure out that they were able to buy 12 uniforms with that money. Okay, good luck. You're going to do a card sort next.